Hi guys, welcome to Fireside Chats. As always, I'm Corbin.
And I'm Colin.
And today we got a doozy on our hands. Two Toonforce wielders. Who would have thought? We got SpongeBob versus who?
Gumball, Watterson. And this episode is going to be more or less an idea of the speaking of Toonforce and lots of different feats of the two characters, because these characters have both survived just utter destruction of themselves. Gumball has survived breaking time with his face, and SpongeBob's out here keeping space and stuff in a locker in the Krusty Krab. So
Yes.
they're kind of broken, literally.
I think we all can say that both Gumball Watterson and SpongeBob Squarepants have irrelevant speed. I don't think anyone has to argue that. They also have irrelevant strength. So let's go into like more of their abilities. So what would you say mainly Gumball chooses to just dish out?
Gumball has just, like, if I were to give him an ability, I would say literally Toonforce, just due to the fact that he manipulates everything. As a 4-year-old, he was able to go fast enough for time to slow down and be able to grab things going that fast. And we all know what would happen if you actually grab stuff going that fast. As then they talk about in another episode, when they freeze time, he goes to open up a comic book and it bursts into flames because of how fast they would be moving.
And he opened it too quickly.
Yeah, he opened it way too fast and it just into flames. And so I would have to say just pure matter manipulation would be Gumball's like main thing.
Okay, I would say for SpongeBob is kind of the opposite but the same. So SpongeBob's main feats are basically reality warping, not matter manipulation.
Okay,
So
yeah.
he just warps the space around him. Like one time he just wanted to fish, so he fished with a line at the edge of our universe and destroyed the universe just by fishing like this.
Yeah, Gumball, he does a lot of reality warping. Like the time he just wanted to pluck things out of his own DNA. Literally by pulling his DNA out, and it became a sentient little being, and he just started plucking things from his own DNA, which could be classified as more matter manipulation, but also for him to be able to do that, you have to mess with reality.
Yes. For a reality warper, yes.
Yeah, because like he has a ton of different things, like feats wise. Like let's see here, just by Richard Watterson getting a job, he survived being blasted with stuff that was tearing reality apart just because his dad got a job.
Yes.
And he was surviving stuff like that happening. Granted, it affected him, but it had nothing really happened to him. He just kept walking. He was dragging his mother through it just to try to get her to, Larry through it, just to try to get to fire him so he'd stop breaking reality.
Yeah.
So he survived reality warping. He just survived it before.
Yeah, and crumbling on multiple occasions.
Yeah.
I would agree with that. I would say the same goes for SpongeBob.
These characters, this episode is either going to be really long or really short.
Yes.
Because you can't pit two Toonforce users. We've already made that a role. Like this is a little bit different because we're not trying to actually make them fight.
Yes.
Because you can't really kill a Toon.
Yeah, you can't put two Toons up against each other and expect a clean outcome to come along from that.
Yeah, because if you ever watch the movie Space Jam, good luck. Or Who Framed Roger Rabbit, that's a good thing. The only thing that could really kill a Toon was acetone. And Gumball and SpongeBob have both survived being melted before and disintegrated and turned into dust and everything. Gumball has existed without him even existing.
Now, if they would fight, how do you think it would work out of Gumball fighting an actual sized sponge?
He'd probably be really confused why a sponge is being able to do all this stuff, because SpongeBob is only 0.8 inches tall.
Mm-hmm.
And Gumball is, I think he's canonically 5'1" or 5'2". Like, it's the whole Kirby Majin Buu thing over again.
Yes.
You'd obviously have to resize them, but it's a very Toonforce is such a unbelievably complex thing to talk about because a Toon can literally do whatever they want, no matter what.
They can survive reality warping, they can survive matter manipulation, they can survive time dilation, they can survive universal erasing attacks, they can even survive infinite cosmos erasing attacks. It doesn't really matter what you throw at these dudes, they're just going to get hit with it and then laugh at you.
Pretty much, like, Gumball, canonically, as you love to state, turned into a Super Saiyan 2.
Yes, he did.
And that's not even in his universe. Super Saiyans are not even in, and it was drawn like a Dragon Ball character. So to show you that just because there's one universe that they are in, doesn't mean they can't tap into other universes. SpongeBob has met, what's his name? In the SpongeBob movie. Oh.
You mean the dolphin?
No. The surfer guy that they ride on the back. David Hasselhoff. They've met and talked to David Hasselhoff. Yes. They have become superheroes. They've become superheroes. They have survived being in space. Gumball was launched from a car hood fast enough to reach into space enough for him not to be pulled in by Earth. Like he just started praying that he could repay Gaylord Robinson's debt to him that he didn't even have a debt to. Like, I have this uncanny ability to, if you give me the general idea of the episode or show me a scene, I can tell you exactly what episode that's from. I watched Gumball religiously just because I thought it was a funny show. But between him and SpongeBob, like, they both have such similar feats in everything. Both of them have been shown. SpongeBob was able to, he realized that he was in a comic panel once. Yes. He realized that he was in a show when he just stood like this and he knew that he could get to the Krusty Krab by just waiting for the bubbles to come up, and he's traveled that way. There is in Gumball realized that they were in a TV show, in a cartoon, when Rob got the Universal Remote and started messing with everything with it, and during the one scene, Gumball walks up and taps on the screen.
Yes.
Because he figures out that, oh my gosh, we're in a cartoon. He has been reduced to a freaking sticky note sketch in the one episode because they were cutting the budget because they were losing money, and you can't afford animation without money.
I would say SpongeBob on that respect has basically the same feats as we've said before. SpongeBob's been drawn on 2D papers, and he's been able to get back to his own reality. He's created his own panels of cartoons. He's been with higher dimensional beings. He's called the Dreamer. And then he's also been able to dream like him and alter the entire reality of what he knows. So the whole SpongeBob verse takes place in this dude's dream. SpongeBob can manipulate it at this person's level. So I'd say it is around what Gumball could do with the Universal Remote.
Yeah, but this is why we don't do battles between Toonforce users.
I agree.
Because of the fact of what they can do. Also, next episode's going to be a week delayed because I'm going on vacation, and we record this on my device, and I have the control over the channel, so we will come back. It's not, don't worry, it's not going to be like last time where don't worry, we'll be back. Didn't come back for a week. Yeah. Didn't come back for another week. We had some scheduling problems.
He's going to see the good old Mickey.
I'm going to see the House of Mouse. I'm going to purchase a lot of things that will not last me whatsoever and will only make the mouse's pockets deeper with money. But we're never bringing Mickey Mouse into this. None of them. Nope.
I completely agree with that.
Nope.
Mickey Mouse has no need in terms of versus match.
The man,
too strong.
Way too strong. Him, it's between, like, if you were to put the biggest Toonforce users of all time, I'd put him, Bugs Bunny, Popeye. Yes. You're getting into the realm of like it's Toonforce. They can do whatever they want, and they know it. Gumball and SpongeBob, they know it. It's just they've never shown unbelievable extent as like old time cartoons.
Yes.
because they were meant to be for comedy reasons and stuff like that. So Toonforce is scary. I would love to have Toonforce.
I would put them up with like Tom and Jerry as well.
Oh, Tom and Jerry. Oh, oh my god. He sat depressed on a train track before.
Him and Jerry did.
Yeah, because he sat down and then Jerry walked over and sat down next
Wasn't
to him.
that like a lost episode?
Kind of. What was supposed to happen, they were supposed to get hit by a train afterward, but then the FCC said that was too much, and they just ended it with them sitting on the train tracks.
And I mean, they have Toonforce, so it's not like it would kill them anyway.
Nope. I've seen Tom get a bomb put down his throat, and he coughed a few times and then blew up.
I've seen him liquefied in terms of he turned into a sludge and then got wailed around, and then he popped back up just fine.
This is why you see why we don't do Toonforce users. This is just a special
they're
episode.
cracked.
Go ahead.
Toonforce wielders, yeah, they are very, very cracked in terms of their durability. Just because you can't put a scratch on them, and even when you do, it's immediately vanished. And speed and strength aren't even going to be relevant in this. It might come down to maybe like IQ, but that's still not going to be able to put another combatant down that wields Toonforce.
Not really. Even I would probably say Gumball is probably technically smarter than SpongeBob, just due to the fact that SpongeBob's kind of an idiot, and Gumball his brain was smart enough to solve a giant equation, to pass an exam to get back into I can't remember what grade he's in. I think 4th grade or something like that.
And he fought the internet itself.
He fought the internet, and then just threatened to unplug it, and then
proceeded to win.
You don't fight the internet. The internet's scary. Like, it was changing things all around. It was messing with technology all over the place. We're never bringing up Darwin. Darwin turned into Darkwing, which he just jumped up, and it was powerful enough to send a blast through Elmore, and that was just him saying the word Darkwing.
So it's hitting like
Scary.
Sully times 4 in terms of a roar.
Oh, a lot more. Like it blew Banana Joe, Gumball, every window of the school out, and shook Elmore.
Oh, I had not known that.
Yeah, and it was just him going, Darkwing. That was it. That's all he did. This is why we don't bring Toonforce users in. You will never see another set of Toonforce users in. This is the one thing, so he said we could do it, and it's done.
That is false. Don't let him fool you. There is one more person with Toonforce on the roster, but you have to wait to see that.
I forgot. Okay, there's only 2 episodes that are going to be Toonforce users, and we're not discussing it.
As we've said before, we're trying to put versus matchups in. So these are just like a kind of sit-back break so everyone can understand these characters and understand just the utter power that a Toonforce wielder has and why most of the time they won't be included.
Yeah, I like the idea of every now and then doing like a calmer episode just to explain power scaling and different types of powers and stuff like that, because it kind of gives us and the viewers like a tiny little... It's just... You don't pin Toonforce users up against each other. That's the main thing we're trying to get through to you guys. But for Pete's sakes, like, even if we manage to get this animated, we couldn't have a winner in there.
We'd have to end it in a draw.
Yeah. Like, either them being sent back to their own universes, or, like...
their powers nullifying each other out.
Yeah, like something. We wouldn't know yet because we don't have the funding.
Yes.
Why? Because we work normal jobs and all that fun stuff. And here I am talking about going to Disney.
It's fine. You get to go see the big mouse. That's all that matters.
The mouse house.
And you get to go into that Star Wars exhibit.
Oh, I'm ready. Don't worry, guys. Next episode, we have a very big one coming up because we know I'm going on vacation and we want to make sure that there's a big battle coming up when we come back to get you guys back into it and stuff like that. But for now, I think we can end this one due to the idea of we both agree that they can't win a fight between each other. you're not defeating a Toon. We explained the Toonforce, different feats that they've done, and stuff like that.
Yes.
So I am very happy with how this episode went out, and I hope you guys enjoyed it, because next time we have...
So we have the legendary Saiyan himself, the green locks, mullet, and everything coming in. We have Broly versus him.
Good old the caped baldy himself, as they say in his little town, Saitama, which will be a very big battle because everybody has yet to see their full power.
Yes, I would agree to that.
So it will definitely be a decent discussion, and that will be the episode that we are returning from my vacation. And I all hope everybody has a good night, and let's keep this fire burning.
Make sure you like, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you get in those comments. I'd love to talk to you guys about Toonforce wielders and just how utterly broken they are. That would be awesome to get an interaction between us.
I agree. I would love that very much. So we will see everybody
In the next one.